You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
Five, four, three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another electric episode of the Parlay Perspective. I'm your boy, Coach Lee. Already in the house, we got my man. What's up, Diggity Dale?
What's good, Coach?
What's the damn deal? How's your weekend, brother?
Oh, all good, man. All good. I did have to get over a little bit of a cold and everything like that, but we bounced back on a Monday.
What I'm talking about. Gotta be careful, man. We're at them ages, man, where cold can take you out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man.
Glad you're feeling better, brother. Glad you're feeling better, man.
Yes, sir.
So you know these other Yahoo, they start traveling up in here a little bit, but you know what?
We had a nice weekend of sports, bro. Nice weekend of sports.
We did, yeah. Man. I even stepped out Saturday night, hung out with some of the fellas.
Yes.
Hey, little pool, talked a little noise. You know it goes, and I was one of only 3 people in there pulling for the Knicks.
Right.
Two, where you at? You sound like you're in the tunnel.
What up, dog? What up? Nah, I just got to the crib, man. I'll be on momentarily on screen.
Okay.
All right.
I'm here.
Already. Good. What's up, Mike? We see you out there, man.
Money Miz in the building, baby. What's up, man?
Mike was up there doing his thing this weekend at the World Cup.
Yeah, man.
So, Mike, I need a small donation for like $50. I know those tickets weren't cheap.
We will start calling him big money, Mike.
Big money, Mike. There you go. I even dabbled in some World Cup. You know, I watched I go see a whole game. I watched enough of it.
You should.
I watched enough of it. Me and my son.
Would you watch Team USA game? Paraguay?
No. It was like Morocco and Brazil or something.
Okay.
It was something
Okay, Morocco and Brazil. Okay. That was a good matchup.
It was random.
Well, look at Dale popping his collar in the sports world.
Yeah.
Well, as always,
I will watch one with him, and I definitely did that.
Gotcha. But always, we're gonna try to give our unfiltered opinions on all the things across the sports world. Man, we got to talk about championships, trade rumors, NFL headlines, UFC history at the White House lawn.
It was a great weekend for sports, no lie.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So let's buckle up and get into it, fellas. So, we're going to get started right away. We're going to start talking about the obvious, the elephant in the room, the biggest headline of the weekend. The New York Knickerbockers are NBA champs.
New York, stand up.
Yes, New York, stand up.
After decades of heartbreak, memes, misery, and all types of stuff. They up, man, they up.
They up 53 years in the making, man. 53 years, 1973 was their last championship. They hoisted, and they were able to hoist it in the game 5 on Saturday. I know me and Coach was kind of like Knicks in 6, but I'm going to be real with you. I don't even think the Spurs wanted to go back into that Knick environment for game 6, figuring how they blew another lead in game 5. That was the issue. The issue, fellas, was not only did they lose the series, but they lost all 5 games while leading at some point in the game or in a big game 4, you know what I'm saying, in which they had a 30-point lead. So I want to give a shout out to the whole New York team. I mean, we've seen New York for decades not get it done. Bad organization, bad ownership, bad coaches, signings of bad players. But one thing particular, Leon Rose kind of got in Dolan's head, was able to, what we wish one day somebody would do with Jerry Jones, bring a good coach over there, good organization. You're okay and stuff that's okay with not only you, but with us, meaning New York, not me. I'm not a Knicks fan. Jalen Brunson balled out. I said he would win the MVP if he had a New York moment. He had a New York moment in Game 4 along with OG, and he had his shining New York moment in Game 5. So shout out to him on that MVP. Shout out to Mikal Bridges for stepping up a little bit this playoff season. It returns the last. Cat, 2 points, but Cat, you are what the Celtics needed to win more championships, because I thought the Celtics should have got Cat years ago. And he's the guy there that at least something's protected. You know what I'm saying? And he can score the basketball, 75% of the time. So, again, shout out to the Knicks. On the Spurs side, for me, it's just a bad way to go down. And then particularly in Game 5 when you left the court and didn't shake hands. I think Wemby, for what we talk about, ascending him as maybe the face of the league, that was a bad way to go out, not shaking hands with none of the Knicks. I know it's a bad way to lose, but you got to show sportsmanship, especially wanting to be the face. You got to be positive. And he was not. Go ahead. Talk it.
He probably went to shake hands in the locker room because look, I don't want that damn confetti falling on me.
He didn't do that. He didn't do it. He did not. Okay. He did not shake hands after the game. The only people from the Spurs that shook hands was Coach Mitch Johnson and Luke Cornett, who was a Celtic, who's been in that situation of winning championships, and obviously the Mavericks, shook his hand. You know what I'm saying, when they won the title in Boston. So it's all professionalism, but at certain points, man, especially I said the face guy. We wouldn't be talking about this if this was like De'Aaron Fox, which we're not, or Vassell or a thing, but the leader of your team kind of makes everybody do that positive stuff. And Wemby's supposed to be the leader, so I think that was like a little spiral. I think he got gassed. I think the Spurs as a whole didn't really know who that guy was when the game was on the line, and I knew that would be a problem for them as the series kept continuing to go. The Knicks kind of knew who was the one guy, the two guy, the three guy, the four guy, and if that didn't work, the next thing was going to work, and it worked for them defensively. Mike Brown inserted him in the offseason. Alvarado, you got a guy on defense that's a hound. And shout out to Jordan Clarkson, Laker for life. You know what I'm saying, on the chip. New York, burn the city down Thursday. Do it for 2.
Did anybody have any kind of inkling that this could be a possibility for New York at the beginning of the season?
No, absolutely not. And I only say that because of how they lost last year to Indiana. And like I said, we've been watching the Knicks for so long. They've been in situations like that last year. And they're happy. They're lucky that Halliburton and the Pacers weren't in the playoffs this year, because that would have been just looking at what happened in that Eastern Conference Finals last year, to have to go back to face him. Hey, I guess Halliburton's not there. The Knicks win a championship. But overall, the Celtics, Cavaliers, Pistons, teams that we thought could do it, kind of broke off as the season was going. Jason Tatum came back from injury, kind of broke the Celtics a little bit. Cade Cunningham got hurt. We seen the Detroit Pistons offensively in the playoffs, couldn't get it done. In the Cavaliers, I guess that you don't have the correct pieces to get it done. So New York was the next team up, and they had experience in losing in life, big games. So for them to win the big game against a young team that's trying to establish themselves, you bullied those guys the way you're supposed to do it. So,
okay. That's the positive start part of the NBA season. Great ending. Now I got a question for the elephant in the room, the other elephant in the room. Giannis trade rumors. While the Knicks celebrate, the rest of the NBA can be in chaos because the Giannis trade rumors are kind of heating up a little bit. The emerging top suitors are the Heat and the Celtics. If so, what does a trade for him look like?
Trade for him looks like it looks like right now it's gonna probably be different teams involved in the situation. Maybe a third team where Milwaukee can hoist us some picks in the future to improve their team while they're trying to get right. Hearing that Jaylen Brown's name has been circulating in a lot of trade talk, potentially going to that third team, whoever's in the trade. Just not him going to Milwaukee and Giannis going to Boston. It's actually Boston and Miami. But I'm heard during the weekend that Miami threw an offer Milwaukee didn't like the offer. And I heard the Celtics threw them an offer, but there was no telling them what the Bucks liked the offer or not. But what I see here is a race between two Eastern Conference teams, the Heat and the Celtics. I think he wants to stay East, and he wants to be in a legitimate market. So those two teams will be hounding unless the third team comes in, and say, hey, we want you. I think right now, Miami, Boston are the two destination spots. Miami has some young core guys that they can go get rid of. And the Celtics, of course, they got Jalen, and they got a couple guys, but I think they won't trade no more than like two guys from the Celtics. And we go probably third, but they'll be like guys that are just going somewhere with Jalen, because that's usually how trades are with big stars. Somebody carries their bag. Danny Green with Kawhi Leonard, with the Raptors, and just goes flies with them for the season. So we'll see how it goes.
The trade that I saw was, I don't know exactly everybody, but Giannis to Boston, Jaylen Brown to Atlanta, and then Atlanta sent Zachary Risachar and one other player to Milwaukee. There's a pick swap in there, and then also a couple first rounders from Boston go to Milwaukee, and a couple first rounders from Atlanta go to Milwaukee. So basically, Milwaukee would end up with a couple players, Zachary Risachar being one of them, who was an early pick for the Atlanta Hawks 2 years ago, and like a whole bunch of picks that are all first rounders, and I don't think any of them were protected or swaps. So basically, yeah. So basically, Jalen to Atlanta, which if he has to move, I love that for Jalen. I think Atlanta would be a good place for him. And yeah, then we get Giannis, and Milwaukee gets the chance to rebuild with a lot of picks. Mike said Boston can get Giannis without trading Brown. I mean, that's very wishful thinking. I genuinely don't see how they could. I think that would be insane on their part when every other deal that may be offered to them is going to be better than anything we could give them without sending Brown. I also don't like the trio of Brown, Tatum, and Giannis. I prefer to have Tatum and Giannis, and then you use whatever other assets you have to build shooters and defenders around those two guys. There's already a one basketball problem in Boston now. So if you add Giannis to those two already having that issue, plus as a spot up shooter, Jalen leaves a lot to be desired. I don't like him next to Giannis at all. So yeah, Mike, I don't like that.
What do you think about the possibility of him going to Miami?
The Miami thing. So Miami has to make a decision on whether they would prefer to. Well, their deal involves Hero, no matter what. There's nothing that they have that the Bucks would take without having Tyler Hero come in that deal. And then your team is whatever you put around two bigs in this era. One of them can kind of shoot, and the other one really can't. I don't like the Miami move for Giannis or Miami. I don't think they get that.
Then they said that rumors are that that's his preferred destination. I think this has to do more with quality of life than anything.
We all prefer to be in Miami right now.
Absolutely.
But I'm looking at it. Not only would their deal involve Tyler Hero, where Hawkins Jr. and the number 13 pick. So lots of giving up.
Yeah, I just think then in Milwaukee, you have all that. You got a lot of like tweeners and like 2 and 3 guards over there. So yeah, just be kind of like flooding your roster. Of course, you'll get rid of guys. Miami's definitely a cool spot, And for me, honestly, with that and getting Giannis there, and like Will said, it's gonna kind of be like this with the Celtics. C-saddle in terms of bringing him in. I feel like he goes to Miami, he fits right in there. Him and Bam right there.
I'm just saying, him and Bam play on the same exact parts of the court. That's not a good fit between those two. You're gonna put the ball in Giannis's hand and put Bam in the corner and expect him to keep hitting that three. That's not his game.
I mean, he's been highly trying to work on it. I just think from a physical standpoint and what the Heat's been missing, I feel like that would help them. Even if they're in the same in the same line as them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is Giannis here. So I think people would kind of not, in the correctness, fall in line to it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Miami needs that type of guy. If they can't go get Giannis, that type of guy, who knows when he's going to be able to get that guy. We kind of see Miami been able to get that guy in recent years, but with the way the roster's constructed and how they've been in the last few years, if they can't get this splash, who knows in telling who the next splash is going to be and if he's going to want to go to Miami or not.
Well, it seems like everybody would nicely want to go to Miami. I don't know.
So the Chicago Bulls have found the new head coach, Thiago Splitter. Why do you think Chicago chose him?
Chicago chose him because the new upcoming coach, they seen what he did with Portland, got those guys rejuvenated, got those guys motivated, bunch of young guys. That's what they go. Go ahead. Yes.
I got a question. Will, can I do it? Can I put the sign up for this guy?
Recycle.
For who? Thiago? He's too young to do that. Nah, he's too young.
Nah. He was an intern. He was an intern with Portland. He was an intern. So he was a coach in training. And Portland, the only reason why Portland didn't keep him is because the new Portland owner is just trying to cut shreds on everything from T-shirts to limousines to toilet paper, just about. So he already had said that they probably was going to, if they signed Thiago, they was going to sign him for no type of money. And breaking news came in. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I think this is a good move for them. The Bulls, a bunch of young players like Portland had, and Thiago proved that he's a decent coach. We're going to see now. Somebody gave him the money. We call those people dummies. We're not going to call Thiago a dummy, but the Bulls for sure are. And they gave him the back because Portland wasn't going to give it to him.
Dale, you got to save that recycled sign for coaches like Doc Rivers. That's who that's for.
Hey, whenever I hear coach got hired in the NBA, I need to know first, can I put out the recycling sign?
That's what I just told you. I just told you who you can do it for. Guys like Doc Rivers.
Now,
journeyman coaches.
Dale, you got to think too. He already gets a somewhat of initial pass because he comes from an outstanding coaching tree.
It's Pop's tree.
It comes from Pop's tree, and most of his coaches are very successful.
Mm-hmm. Even when they're blowing 29-point leads in the final.
Chicago, I believe, holds the 4th pick in the NBA draft. So, you got about a weekend. You got about a week and some change to go. So he's going to be in there early with the action and having his hands possibly on his next draft pick. So.
Okay. Now the Dallas Wings are cooking.
Yes, they are cooking.
They soared to an 8-5 start, best since relocating from Tulsa. Coach Fernandez, what's his impact, and are they real contenders?
Impact is good. He's letting the ladies play. Find a feel for themselves. There's been times this year where Dallas has struggled, but he lets them get through it. You know what I'm saying? There's no, emotion tasked after it. There was that little hiccup of the game before they made the AZ Flood move to starter. There was kind of speckles of the team needs to play harder. But every coach would say that, about their team to play harder. They went through a stretch the other night. They lost bad to the Lynx. But they was able to pick it up during the weekend. They're playing the Aces right now tonight. From what I've seen, looking real good for them in the second quarter. Hopefully they can keep the lead and win this game. They've already beat the Aces, I believe, this season. So this is going to be a good win against another competitive team. The Aces are on the back-to-back. They played Are they on the back-to-back? Yes, I believe they are on the back-to-back. They played the Lynx, and that was a hell of a game. So, yeah, you get the Aces while they're tired and take advantage.
Okay. Now, the new arena, they were supposed to be moving downtown at one point, but the new arena and the official relocation has been put on hold because the World Cup is here in town. So everything all the resources have been dedicated to them. Will they have an impact on them going forward?
On the Wings?
Yes.
On the whole change of the arena? Because they're going to be going with Dallas, right? No, I think this is good for them. Everything's good for them. I mean, you're in the umbrella technically. You're not sharing revenue with the league, but you're holding that presence with the Mavericks. And if y'all are good right now and the Mavericks are blah, that's even better for you ladies. You know what I'm saying? That we know we can go into this arena and Dallas is going to perform and win games. we know Dallas got Cooper Flag, but Dallas got a draft pick this year, and we're gonna wait to see what Dallas can bring us, in a sense. So I like it for that wing. That they are smacking the Aces up by 30 right now. Well, 28 to 56. Yeah, take advantage of the back-to-back situation, and they're doing that. So.
Okay. Dale, what y'all think?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, look, hey, you're down in Dallas. You got a better take on it than we do, but I think they should be fine.
Okay. Now to one of Dale's favorite topics. Let's talk about one of the wildest events in combat sports history. UFC Freedom 250 on the White House lawn.
Yes, sir. Where that red hat at? Where that red hat at? Put on the red hat. We need the red hat for this segment here. I might go get my red hat and I got an orange. You know what I'm saying? That's
You're right, too. You're right. My bad, bro.
Yes.
My bad.
You got to put on the hat.
Yeah, get it together.
Did y'all watch any of the matches?
Hell yeah, we watched them.
Watched all of them.
Hey, before we
had a support, right?
Before we open this segment, me, Will, and Jake had something similar last night happen to us. Well, not Jake, because Jake's shit was all over the fucking place. I don't even think Jake survived after the first fight. But we all put a parlay in. Shout out to the parlay. And I think me and Will's our destiny was there to the last two fights.
Yeah.
Particularly the second to last one.
Got everyone right into that second to last one, and then the last one also didn't go as we thought, but yeah. Crazy.
Second to last one was that rainbow hair color guy, right?
Nah, that was the third to last one.
That's third to last. Second to last was Power Talk. How do I forget his name? Pereira
versus Game.
Whereas Gon beat him at his own game, which is crazy.
Derek Lewis, you suck, bro. You were very disappointed.
No. That's your fault for expecting anything out of him but him being lazy. That's how he's always been.
I mean, dude, that dude showed up so out of shape.
He does that every time. He's only showed up in shape once.
You know what's crazy?
He didn't show up out of shape. He showed up in the shape that he always shows up in, other than the one time.
After the fight, where he said, "Talking about my balls hot," like I thought he got better. He got in better shape after that.
He did for exactly one fight. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not making it up. I'm not being an asshole. Like I literally, he came to one of those fights with like a 4-pack, which for him is phenomenal. He had like a 4-pack, and then that was the only time we saw that guy ever.
Oh,
he's been a spare tire ever since. Now he got one-hit power. He got the most knockouts in the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
but that's when they were feeding him tomato cans. Ever since they started feeding him fighters who know how to fight, he's been mediocre at best.
Yeah. He's 38 years old.
Terrible.
He's 38 years old.
He's also 1,000. Yeah.
He's been there, and I'm gonna be real. I heard that he was actually like really prepping for this fight, like preparing, like you talk about in shape. I heard this is the best shape he's been in a long time, despite the loss. But we know Derek Lewis. You know, we've seen him. We've seen him in this frame for a long time. We know what he possesses. And the reason why he was on the UFC card is because Trump personally loves him and wanted him on the card. He was one of the first fighters. The first one was McGregor. McGregor, they couldn't get it together. But the second one was Derek Lewis, believe it or not. They wanted Derek Lewis on the card. So
I agree.
No. So if you pay attention to the card and like if like, you know how these fighters are, they very much picked a card that they in their mind predicted would end in knockouts because nobody wants to see two sweaty men rolling around hugging on the White House lawn. Like, do you guys know this? This is a fun fact, by the way. You saw the servicemen at the fight, right?
Yep.
Yes.
They also had a weigh-in.
Really?
To be on camera as our armed guards, they only selected people of a certain height and weight and physical prowess. Like, you had to be in shape. So, like, because it's for optics. So they already... I only say that because it's just a fun fact. But yes, bro, all of these fights, by the way, do you know this is the only UFC card to every fight ended in KO? Everyone.
Oh. That's fire. And
they set it up that way. They picked guys that they knew would, A, had the ability to knock out, and B, would actually do it and throw hands.
Right.
And I would love to be the fly on the wall, and I would bet any amount of money that every one of them got a phone call and said, "You're throwing hands in this fight."
I can bet you those massive bonuses for knockouts then. And they made that known before
plus
then.
everybody knew going into this is not just a big event. The eyes are on this event. Even people not fans of this sport, the eyes are on this event. So let's go out and put on a show because it's going to boost our brand, not just UFC, but our personal brands as well. This was a whole marketing thing. It was well done. Like I said, every fight ended in KO. That's kind of exactly what you would want if you signed up and said, like, give me a great event. It would be that.
Fact, no bull. The white, the hat. Look at, I grew up. We all grew up when Vince McMahon bought pro wrestling to Caesar's Palace, a territory of betting. Like that was 1993, and then we see 2026. One of his main dogs, Trump, has a dream. I'm in the White House, and this is why people go to vote and do all this stuff because this is the position he's in. He's really doing shit that he has his mindset on, and as the president, can he not do it? He did it last night. Did it at the White House, do a successful event. Fans was out there, and it looked like it was a good time. Me personally, I love the entrances. I love them coming out the White House into the ring. I love that. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who was in office. Any president could do this event. It would have been fire. I like it.
I was surprised they went as far as like Oval Office. All right, now you're gonna walk out to the ring. Like, wow, really?
Also, gold you saw that Trump redesigned in there. Like it was just. I'm not gonna lie, all the intros were cringy as fuck. They were like, they were hard to watch. It was like being on the inside of what you think like Trump's head would be like in terms of.
I'm a Lupe Fiasco fan. I'm a Lupe guy. So when I think Sugar Shane O'Malley came out to Superstar by Lupe, and that was fire. And it's the lady that was on the chords, the lady that was on the ones and twos. She did a good job, phenomenal job.
It's all pre-planned. It's like wrestling. They all have the songs that they come out to.
No, that's fine. No, but UFC is like, for me, it's like, if it's a major event like this, I'll tune in. But for me, like Sugar Shane, I know Sugar Shane from him knocking the homie out and Snoop Dogg praising his ass and his little streak in the UFC. But yeah.
Sugar always comes out to Superstar. Like his dream.
That's good to know.
That's his jam right there. Yeah, that's his jam right there. The event, like I said, the event was fun. We had a lot of good knockouts. And a couple of guys. I think the biggest one, though, the biggest thing of the night was Topuria getting mangled by Gaethje, bro. Like, if you haven't followed UFC, like I understand, you won't know that Topuria has been absolutely dominant since he's gotten into the UFC. His climb, I don't think he had lost, or if he did, it was way early. He has been dominating, and not just dominating, knocking people the fuck out, like legitimately, and not just like tomato cans like some other guys do. Like they fed him good fighters, and he fed them to the wolves every time. And then Gaethje is on record as saying, at the beginning of his career, I'm going to win a lot of fights by knockout. I'm also going to lose some fights by knockout because of the way I fight. He's considered the most violent man in the sport. Everybody who's fought him and fought a bunch of other people, when they ask you who hits the hardest, they're like, Gaethje. The guy's a maniac. But he has done exactly what he said he was going to do at the beginning of his career. He won a bunch of fights by knockout. He's also been knocked the fuck out a few times really bad. And so his career, in terms of the trajectory originally, kind of derailed a little bit. He got this fight, and he beat the piss out of Topuria, man. No one saw this coming. It was a huge upset, and he mangled his face to the point where he could not come back out for the 5th round. And I honestly think he beat the shit out of his face, but the thing that made him not come back out for the 5th round was because right before the 4th round ended, Gaethje hit him with a giant knee to the ribs. I think he broke a rib and like definitely a liver shot. He wanted no parts of coming back out. His brother was in the corner like, no, we fight the whole 5. And like they were like, nah, bro, you're done here.
Yeah.
Call that shit off.
Yeah, I actually would have won that parlay last night if I would have won that parlay last night. Pereira didn't lose, but I had that fight going 1.5 over. It was only it was scheduled to go over projectedly 1.5. That's what the bettors were saying. I said, hell no, this is gonna be a good one until it ain't no more.
Duke, I know the answer, but I gotta ask you anyway because it's funny. It's a gambling question. If Pereira had won the fight before, so both of our parlays would have been just one fight away, would you have cashed out for that last one?
No, I wouldn't have cashed out because I felt so confident.
Yeah, me either. We go down with the ship. No bullshit.
Like literally, and shout out to my cousin on giving me the lovely parlay. You know, it was good to it, wasn't? But at the same time, it was like, damn. And we all hit each other up, and we all had similar parlays. Like I said, Jake, man, you need to talk to us when you put those parlays in. And you know the UFC, Jake. Your card was your parlay card was trash. It was ass. Yeah, he had somebody winning that.
I didn't say it. So I didn't say it in the text chat because I didn't want to start with him. I wasn't trying to troll or anything like that. But the minute I saw his picks, I was like, as usual, his heart is always in it. It's too much heart in these picks. It was all about guys that he liked. Sunshines and rainbows. Every time with that kid.
Oh, man.
Fellas, I think there will be another UFC event in the White House before Trump is done.
No. Dana White already came out and said he won't do it. It costs way too much money for production-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, he's learned that twice. He's learned that with this event, and he learned that with the Sphere event. It was both cool, but expensive. Not worth it.
He said it was a...
Why is the Sphere expensive, though?
Because all the graphics they put up, just because you're doing an event, they don't mean you get the graphics package for free. No, you got to pay all of those people to do that shit. And guess what, Dale? The people who work at the Sphere and control that shit are the only ones on the planet who know how to do it. So they name their price.
Today's price is not tomorrow's price, man. And Michelle Obama looks like a woman. Okay, Josh, she looks like a woman. I will talk about that.
I feel like that feels like a chop up topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get more into that tomorrow, man. But
I mean, that was a good topic I saw.
We got part two. We got part two of the UFC Freedom tomorrow on the chop up.
Yes.
We're just gonna leave that there and relax a little bit because we want to keep that segment for tomorrow night for the viewers. But I just let them.
The other big weekend event, the obvious, got World Cup going on. Saturday, you had
Big Mike. Yep.
You had a tie, right, between Qatar and Switzerland?
So
yes, Qatar, Switzerland. Yes.
I can save you some time. There's a lot of fucking ties this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of fucking ties.
Nah, there's a lot of ties.
Right.
There's a lot of ties this weekend, but people, and this is shout out to all the countries.
3 ties.
They came in. No, there was a bunch of ties today. There was about 3 more today.
Yeah, there was more.
The first 3 games today were ties. And we'll get to that in a second. But ultimately, all these fans, shout out to all of them because they all came in, and this is why I guess soccer, they say, is the best sport in the world. They all came in like it was a 1-game elimination. This is group play right now. So a lot of teams came in with different strategies on how to play this tournament. Certain teams, I think, came in like, oh, well, we'll just relax for the first game. You know, we won't dig ourselves in a hole. You got Cape Verde today that was 25 plus 2,500 underdogs tied with Spain.
Tied with Spain, who's supposed to die. They're number 1. They're considered the favorite, and they tied with Cape Verde.
We talked.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I got answers.
So, he did talk about some of the strategy of teams coming in. Mm-hmm. Is Germany that good, or is Morocco that bad?
No, Germany's that good.
No. Curaçao's that bad.
Curaçao's that good. No.
It's their first time ever being there, and there's a reason it's their first time. They're not a big nation, so it's not a good team. Germany's good, but they're not that good. That Curaçao team is that bad.
Germany's all right, man, but 7 goals, man, is absurd. That kind of tells you a little bit about that other team on the other side, for sure. You got the USA; they beat Paraguay 4-1 to open their World Cup. And
another
your
team
guy,
that's that bad.
No. That's the crazy thing. Because your guy, I guess, beat 2. I guess their last 3 games, they beat 2 of the top 10 teams in the nation before this game against USA.
That's friendlies, though. That's friendlies, not in the tournament. That's friendly. They're not a great team. They're known as not a good team. First time USA ever scored four goals in a World Cup game. So that was dope.
So we can't kind of go in because the USA is a team that we expect. Teams for me this week that performed. Of course, I mean the USA, Germany, Scotland, the MVP of the weekend. Just because first they was in Boston
Took over
partying
Boston
all weekend. Tons of photos and videos I'll show you guys later. Some good ones today that I got. But they were crowded the Boston streets all week with not only their party style, but a lot of great hospitality, man. A lot of great chats, a lot of great laughs, a lot of great anthems going down the street. They packed themselves over to Gillette Stadium. The Haitians, too. The Haitians was partying all weekend. They crashed into Gillette. And those two teams on Saturday played a great, tough game. Haiti, a couple calls could have went their way, but the Scottish won 1-0, and they are still partying as the week begins. And they only play till Friday. So just imagine that. They're going to be partying, taking vacation in Massachusetts, partying all weekend before their game on Friday. Like, no Scotland, no party, man, for sure.
Also, Dale, to your point about they got to fix that with the ties. That's only in the group stage, I believe, when they move forward. I don't know if it's the next round or...
Yeah, next round. So basically it starts with...
They start overtime and shootouts and shit, so... They
start the overtime and shootouts in the knockout stages. So this is all group play right now. So all group play is basically you round-robin games. So I think you play everybody once.
You got to play
basically the most points. Yeah. The top two teams in the groups point-wise, because a win is 3 points, a loss is no points, and a tie is 1 point. So you get a point for a tie. So now these teams that tied, they have to not lose. They want to get a win to at least have 3 points. You know what I'm saying? So this is where the competitiveness starts coming in, Dale. And I feel like a lot of team strategies hopefully don't go backfire on them. Because we're going to get real feisty. This World Cup is here. And I hope everybody enjoys it, goes out to at least go see the scenery or whatever city is hosting it. And I enjoyed myself World Cup-wise this weekend, man. And it was great to see different people from different nationalities, man, and just, party and socialize the way they do. And shout out to the Fabulous family. I seen the Morocco robes before the Morocco-Brazil game in Malden. They had some nice gear on in Morocco tied with Brazil. So, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like the group stage, you can have ties, and it's about points, which is why in the group it adds a different dynamic, because in the group stage, your goal differential matters, because that if you tie, like if everybody at the end all has the same amount of points, then goal differential is how they decide. So Germany putting up 7 goals, if for some reason they lose every other, like if they lose games and they end up tied, well then they have the advantage from the goal scorer. Will too, you should go to one of Boston pubs on Friday for Scotland versus Morocco game. Gonna be mental. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, wild. Oh yeah. We in the building.
They cheated Haiti.
They cheated Haiti. Like I said, Haiti. There was a few questionable calls. There's a few to the Haitian perspective. There was a few questionable calls, but there's always a few questionable calls in all sports. This is what I said. And I don't think you should be taking this advice from me, or maybe I'm just positive now in this aspect because I've gotten into situations with the referees. But the referees are the police. Leave the referees alone. Referees are going to call the referee. Hey, go with the game. Go with the game. Anybody that's talking about, it's a 90-minute game. Hold on. It's a 90-minute game, a soccer. So if your team couldn't score a goal in that 90-minute stretch, that's on y'all. That's on y'all. 90 minutes is time and you couldn't score a goal. 100 minutes. Up to 105 because extra time. Extra time is dope too, because it gives the team hope that they could probably come back and win.
But extra time is for when the guys roll around on the floor for 10 minutes for no reason.
Flopping.
Extra time is kind of foolishness to me, because nobody really knows how much extra time there is. There is some extra time on top of some time frame.
Yeah, which means you got to play with a certain amount of urgency. It's fun.
You know how much it is. The thing is, with the confusion of the minutes, there's actually a number of play. Maybe I'm lying. Mike could probably give us more insight on this. I think from what I was watching, it's the amount of plays that get ran in that interval of say plus 5 minutes, plus 7 minutes. Because I heard the announcer say this is basically the last time this team can kind of try to go score. And then once the other team got the ball, they blew the whistle. You know what I'm saying? Broken play.
Yeah.
So
like I just watched the game where they said 7 minutes extra time. Then they got to the 7 minute mark, but a team was in the scoring zone, like on the other end of the field. They were making plays, and so they let it run, and as soon as the other team got the ball, ended the play, they called the game.
We might have been watching the same game, Will. We might have been watching the same game. That game I was watching was 7 minutes, and I'm like, oh. And then there was an injury, I think, or something that happened that time. So
at the very end, yeah. At the very end, and they stopped the clock, yeah. Extra time is great. Also, by the way, just for the podcast, Mike, every year I watch the World, whenever the World Cup comes on, I also watch some Premier League stuff. Every time I watch a soccer match, I am reminded that you love this sport and you complain about flopping in the
Yes,
NBA.
he does.
Soccer is the worst flopping sport, period, of sports. The worst. The worst. Floppers. The worst.
This was something else I noticed.
Stop
Hydration
complaining about
break.
flopping in the NBA. Your favorite sport is nothing but hoes flopping.
So the hydration breaks basically came in because I guess at the last World Cup there was a string of days where it was like over like 90, 100, basically, and the players basically, I guess the committee provided to this have something like that because they expected to be hot weather coming up in upcoming weeks. So with that, the hydration break comes even if we're playing this week in Massachusetts in 70-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? Do you need a hydration break? Maybe not, but hey, it's cool. This is how you build. No. This is how you build sports. This is how you build certain sports in America. The fact that there's a hydration break in the FIFA in America, and we know what American sports always like to do. They like to upgrade their game a little bit. I like
it. Okay. So, in your opinion, when do you think baseball season really starts?
After the World Cup. After the World Cup. Now, since it's here in America,
usually right now. Usually right now.
So the reason why I ask is they went in there. They actually have the top MLB contenders as of right now. They have a team. They took team with the strongest records, elite run differentials, and consistent form. Now, based on the latest standings, combination between MLB, CBS Sports, USA Today, they have 9 clear contenders. In order from 9 to 1, starting number 9, you got the Padres, the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Guardians. That always throws me off. The Rays, the Yanks, the Brewers, and the top 2 are the Dodgers and the Braves. Who do you think is going to be the favorite to close it out? If the World Series was right now and they had a single elimination game, who would win it?
Right now, Dodgers. Right now, just looking at the aspect is the Dodgers. I'm just looking at more of the wild aspect of their team. Still. But if you had to have me take my heart away from it, I'd probably say the Braves. But Judge is chilling right now, and the Yankees are doing okay. So I'm only hoping for him maybe to come back, and then the Yankee Bombers can kind of do what the New York Knicks did, maybe. But I got to see some baseball this weekend too, Coach. And I seen a beat down in Fenway, courtesy of the Texas Rangers, beating them Red Sox down. Goddamn. 12-22 at the crib this season. The Red Sox are. Yeah. Coach, it's crazy because I got the tickets, and I thought of you. Because if you was in, I thought we had planned maybe for you to be in town at this time.
I was supposed to be up there.
We would have
Mike gave me the bad news.
It would have been front row seats. It would have been front row seats to that game. We would have had right there.
That makes it even worse. Yeah. Mike gave me the bad news. That's the same weekend as World Cup. I can't go.
we gonna have to backtrack just a wee bit because I'm an idiot. I forgot to send him the link. We missed this topic, but my man Mike's here, so give him the floor. Let him talk about how he feels about this World Cup, if y'all don't mind.
Oh, thanks for having me on, boys. Well, it was fucking mental at the game. Like, we got there about 5:00. We left my house early. We got to Foxborough about 5:00. And trying to get in, it took about an hour from when we got up Route 1 to get to the parking lot. It was about an hour. And then just hanging out in the parking lot, like just talking to random people, dancing with Haitian people and just having a good time. It was brilliant. And then for whatever reason, fucking FIFA decided whatever rules they were going by, they shut down a bunch of gates to get in. So we're all getting moved like cattle. And it was stupid. It's like everyone's getting pissed off. And, I was like, oh, here we go. But, we finally got in about half an hour or so before the game. And let me tell you, I've been to Celtics Lakers, I've been to Giants games, I've been to Yankee games, I've been to Red Sox games, I've been to other professional football games. Nothing will ever come close to seeing Scotland in the World Cup. Like, this was the single greatest sporting event of my life. And it was just a fucking group stage game. Like, it was Scott and Haley.
That's what I'm saying. Group stage.
Like,
First game in the group
it
stage.
wasn't. So this was amazing. Like, to get to hang out with a bunch of, just random Scottish and Haitian people. Like, I'm sure like some of you a lot have seen some of the pictures and stuff I put. I'm taking photos with random Haitian people. Like, I'm out there, like, they don't know that I can, say something in Haitian. I'm like, oh, sac passe, and they're like, nabule. It's brilliant. Like, they had no clue. Oh, it was absolutely brilliant, and it was just mental being inside. It was so loud, but like good loud. Like, and when they sang the anthem, and I don't know if anyone saw this, the Scottish fans set the record for loudest decibels reached at a World Cup game. 125 on the decibel level. No one has ever hit that. Like, no one. And I think the loudest ever over here anywhere was in Kansas City. Like, Kansas City hit like 140. It's like, you have to understand. 125 is like the pain level or something like that. It's like level when pain kicks in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it was loud and mental. But it was a brilliant day.
That's more impressive than when they do it at Arrowhead, because Arrowhead is specifically built for the noise to face the field. So, like, when they take the readings, it's even louder because all of the sound is forced to go down. Foxborough is open-ended, and they got to 120 decibels. That's insane, actually.
Right.
That's absolutely nuts.
And that was just singing the national anthem. Like, it was, and there was no extra stuff.
It's not
like,
even the game.
Like,
not the game.
Like, no, concerts get loud, but there's no, like, instruments and no microphones and stuff. It was just a bunch of, like, 50,000 Scottish people just singing their heads off. And it's, like, brilliant. And it was just so much fun. And, like, only nothing bad happened. Like, like, we didn't expect it because it's two countries, with no history, good fans, quality fans. Only 2 times where I was like, oh, something's about to kick off. And the funny one, we're walking in and some Scottish guy, like, I hear him just screaming, going nuts. And he's like, he said my fucking wife isn't Scottish enough because of her accent. What the fuck is he on about? I'm pissing myself laughing. I'm like, oh, this is what you're going to fight about. And then some guy in the game, like, some guy in a kilt was standing up in the aisle because he wasn't in his seat. And some Haitian guy's like, oi, can you sit down? He moved, no problem. And the guy in front of me was pissed out of his mind. And he said something, shaking his hand, whatever. And next thing you know, suck my dick, suck his dick. And I'm like, oh, shit. And they're both big lads. So everything, it's fine, no problem. Later in the game, Scottish guy, like, leans over and says something. This big Haitian lad just shoves him. And I'm like, oh, Christ almighty. Like, you're like one of, like, 10 Haitians in a group of Scottish people. This is not going to end well. But security came down, everything was fine, everything calmed down. The other Scottish guy sitting next to him was like, calmed them down, and nothing. It was, other than that, it was like everyone's getting along and people swapping jerseys and stuff, and it was brilliant. And it was hanging out, and like every single one of us after the game's like, all right, from here on out, go Haiti. You have to beat Brazil. We'll beat Morocco, and then we'll both advance. And they're like, hey, it was brilliant. Best time ever. Like, best game ever.
I think people get the wrong idea about, like, the fans at soccer matches, because we have seen crazy brawls. First of all, you can get a brawl at any sporting event in America.
Any sporting event.
Like any sporting event in America where the fans actually give a shit about the team, you can see a brawl. And those are just teams. Those aren't states that have had wars before. Like, some of these soccer matches are between warring states. So, like, yeah, you're gonna have some loyalty and some drama at some of them. But mostly all I ever see, because I remember the last time there were some games in Massachusetts. One of the World Cups had we had some up here, didn't we? I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that we've had games up here before, or at least close by. But I remember, like, soccer fans being, oh no, that's what it was. They actually played a friendly at Fenway. Those fans were amazing, man. It was all love. Everybody was cool, chilling.
World Cup mania, man, it's gonna continue for a month, baby.
Yeah, we fight at high
Wait
school games.
until Scotland fans leave Boston because the first 2 games are up here, and then we have to go down to Miami for the last one against Brazil.
Ooh.
Wait, because now
Ain't gonna
you
tear
got
that one up.
Norway fans coming in, but then you're also going to have the English, and the English are not like us.
Oh, the
Right?
English
They're
already
not
here.
like us.
The English already
Like-
here.
Oh, gee, get ready because
I think they're already
English
here.
fans are not like Scotland fans. Like England fans, again, I don't hate English people. I just root against England in every kind of football match. That's the depth of my dislike. I openly root against England in any kind of sporting event. However, some of the English fans, like, it's just they're gonna. That's the group you're gonna get the hooligans and some of the the Muppets and stuff, and it's like, right, and they're not going to be as beloved as we are. Like we just are fun. Look, we're a country of 5 million people. We love to party, dance, because we know we're not going to win the whole thing. England's coming in like, oi, we're going to win the World Cup, and it's like, shut up, no, you're not.
Isn't it
Patrick,
isn't this
$1,000 a
Scotland?
piece.
Isn't it Scotland's like first appearance in so long?
Aye, first time we've been in the World Cup in 28 years. Like, I couldn't even legally drink the last time they made it in 98. Like, that's how long ago it was. But like, that's what I mean. Generations of Scotland fans haven't seen us in the World Cup. And it's like, if this team advances out the group stage, this will be officially the best Scotland team of all time. Like, we're one of the only countries who's made so many World Cups and has never gotten past the group stage. And it's like, one time we went undefeated in group stage and then got beaten on goal differential. And it's like, fuck's sake, like, this is the luck of the Scottish. But like, yeah, no. $1,000, $1,000 a ticket, mate. I had to really, really save up and get ready for that. But it was well worth it. I'd do it again.
Who'd you go with?
Me, my dad, Ethan, and Cameron.
Nice, the whole gang. Let's go.
Cameron had his shirt off. Like, he was just out there. He was going nuts. Ethan was,
Mike, I need $50.
Ethan was dancing and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna gamble.
Listen,
I
mate.
need $50, man.
You gonna bet on more games?
Hey, I'm trying to bet on this last FIFA game tonight. What's it?
It's on. Oh yeah, I'm watching New Zealand and
I think
right now.
Don't the last
New
game
Zealand
go on
up
at 10 o'clock or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, that's good insight, man. Appreciate you sharing that information with us.
Oh, no problem, lads. Thanks for giving me a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
You got
Last segment for the night. Quick fire updates before we wrap up. NFL headlines. We got some breaking news already that just came out while we've been on the show.
Yep, I was talking about it. Let's listen to it, Coach. Tell them what the breaking news is, baby.
Kind of one we kind of kicked around the idea and kind of predicted it. Sorsby is going to declare for the NFL supplemental draft.
Mistake.
I mean, a mistake for him. I would have fought this thing out. If I was him.
It's great. It's great for the NCAA though, because they didn't lose this horrible, terrible looking situation.
So my question
why is he doing that now? Why is he doing that now? Did he lose something?
That's my first question.
So-
I'm guessing Texas Tech didn't want the backlash that was going to come with this.
No. So from what I could gather with Texas Tech, like they all in. Like they strap their boots up. Let's fight this thing out, right? Now, the NCAA did file for an appeal, of course, but they also filed for a stay of the original ruling while appeal was going on and everything like that. And it was a possibility that somewhere down the line, past the June 22nd deadline, that Sorsby could be found ineligible due to a higher court ruling in the NCAA's favor. And if that indeed happens, he'd have been SOL and had to wait till next year's draft. So now, with them getting ahead of this thing, getting out there to get to the supplemental draft, a team can use a possible pick to pick him up. Now, from what I gather about him in NFL circles, he is a developmental prospect. So we're looking at maybe 6th, 7th round picks, if any, that's going to be used in the supplemental draft.
Which means somebody might get a steal.
Yeah, sure. It's possible.
What would you
Absolutely
give up
possible. I mean, but if that's the going range, you're talking about a 6th or 7th round pick. I mean, you have to be looking at teams that's quarterback needy, right? The Jets, the Cardinals. You know, are they willing to give up a higher pick than a 6th or 7th round pick to make sure that they get it? And with the developmental prospect, I don't think so.
I got a question about this now. This is this conspiracy me. I'm just thinking. What if he took the year off?
Then he's got to go next year into a draft with a
Right.
year sat out.
No,
I'm
I'm talking about turning
with
sat out and then try to go to college route again. Sorry, I should have explained. I should have been.
Oh,
If he sat out for a year and went
That's
back-
over.
No, that'd be crazy.
He has no more
You're
eligibility.
totally ineligible. That's it. That's a wrap.
No, he's eligible. So that's forever. The rest of his college career.
He's a senior. Yeah, isn't he a senior
No,
anyway?
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
the advantages of it. If he stayed out, he can gain. He can go to court. I mean, like I said, it'll be a whole court fight, court this, court that, court that. But
Right.
I mean, supplemental draft. I mean, if you find a spot in that position, good luck to you. But I'm just talking more just like, you know, these advantages that players got in the world, man. If he sat out and then maybe try to go on another team next year and rob them for $5 million. Oh no.
Yeah, I feel bad for him for missing out on that $5 million. That's about it.
Why? He only gonna gamble with it anyway. Good.
You know, he could have turned it into 10. Well,
That's his fucking problem.
so is LSU back to the #1 villain spot of college football?
Oh
No,
my God, he missed that.
Ohio.
Don't nobody care about LSU.
Oh no, yes I do. Yes I do.
No,
Oh,
this podcast does because you're here not shutting
You
up.
can't be leaving your team in the playoffs, man.
Who sounds like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's that supposed to be, Dale? I think
don't
I'm
know
taking
what
the
you're
fence.
He already pointing. Look at him pointing.
Oh, ain't this too? Ain't this game that's on right now a possible New Zealand's the underdog, right? In the FIFA, right, Mike? They're underdog in this game, right?
New Zealand's like 85 in the rankings, and I think Iran's like 20 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
I was looking at
game?
I was looking at the betting odds. It said like New Zealand, I think it was like plus 450 or something before that first goal.
Yeah, Iran's in the game. They ain't bombed themselves.
Oh, since we're on Iran
That's not a-
after every game in the States has to leave and go back to Mexico. So basically, they're housed in Mexico and they play American games. They have to leave America as soon as the game is over.
That's wild, bro.
Hey, you ever seen the movie Munich? You'll know exactly why.
Yeah.
So
Now,
are they playing games in like South Texas?
So they're playing games like as soon as you hit off the border, like California, like their games are all like I think they got games in Texas and California. As soon as they're done with those games,
Yeah.
they gotta fly out.
All right.
That's funny. Y'all gotta be out. Bounce.
I got a couple of teams that Swordsman may end up going to.
Okay.
Arizona.
I was thinking Cardinals and Jets. That's all I had.
They're Cardinals 1, Jets are 3. Then you got, of course, Cleveland's in there.
Because why
You
would
got-
they be?
You got Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Atlanta,
Sure. Why not? That's another one. Like
Minnesota, and Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Look,
That was
for a 6 or 7,
right.
the list should only be a handful of teams that wouldn't take a shot at that. And those are your top 5 quarterback teams. You don't really need them there, but
I can see Pittsburgh and Arizona making a run at them.
can't wait till Dallas picks them.
Absolutely not. All right, couple other heads up. Baker Mayfield, they say he's still got long-term support, so that deal's not done, but it's still in the works.
They messing up.
And the last one is somebody showed up for mandatory camp. Starts tomorrow, but he showed up today at the facilities.
Who that?
George Pickens.
Hey, I thought he signed the franchise thing.
Yeah, but he did, but a lot of people thought, you got to remember who his agent is. And a lot of people thought he was still, because he was down, he did a camp last week in Corpus, and they asked him, are you going to be there? He goes. So that could just be George being George, or he jingled it no. So we'll see how it goes. Because you got to remember, Michael showed up too. But he didn't do
Always
that.
keep him guessing.
All right, James Pierce, the dude Pierce that got hit with that charge from the Falcons. I think he came to camp today.
Yeah, he was in camp.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He sure did.
Yep.
And the last thing as we wrap up tonight's, we have a death to recognize over the weekend. Hate to end on a low note, but Alden Smith passed away over the weekend at the age of 36.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog. Young as shit, man.
Another one, bro. Like I keep saying, like this keep happening where we have these very, very young athletes just dying all of a sudden, man. And it's going on like crazy.
Yeah, you definitely hate to see it.
People be dying, man. It's tough.
They didn't.
People be dying, man. It's tough. I remember Dragon Petrovic.
I'm saying, I don't think, have they done an autopsy yet?
I haven't seen
anything.
Wasn't it a helicopter crash? Oh, no, not Alden. That was the other guy. Sorry. Man, people died, bro. People just be dying. It's terrible.
I think they said it's pending, but they haven't released anything yet. So I think they've already done it. They said they found him unresponsive in the truck with his friend Amir Shirazi, who said Smith had seemed fine less than an hour before that. And the crazy part is he spent his final hours delivering pizza to the homeless charity in San Jose.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Work. Rest in peace, man.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
Peace.
Who do you gentlemen have for shout-outs tonight?
Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the World Cup. It's fun to watch. I'm enjoying every game. Got to be playing FIFA again. And, you know, shout out to the brand. Like, share, subscribe. Do the damn thing.
Two. One question on my way out.
Yes.
Will we ever have a WWE event at any sort of White House or whatever?
No, I think Vince McMahon, that left with Vince McMahon's gone. I think our closest bet for the WWE is like what they're doing right now. Like next year, WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia. Like I mentioned in '93, they went to Caesar's Palace. So those are things that the WWE can do, but I don't think there will be anything bigger than that White House event. I want to shout out the plug. I want to shout out everybody, man, for the great weekend of sports. Mike, man, listen here. Those Scottish people get it in. I think I wanted them because I get it in too. So, you know, we're going to get it in together. Shout out to all you guys, man. Real talk, man. To start this week off with a fire show.
Mike, got any shout outs, sir?
Shout out to you all for having me on again. Shout out to Tartan Army, and City of Boston for just being so good. And honestly, look at what's going on with football fans and how we all get along. And go look at the Dutch down in Texas and look at the stuff they're doing. Let's just look at the humanity that you're seeing because of the World Cup. This is what sports are all about. People don't hate each other. Politicians hate each other. People love each other, and everyone's having a good time. So shout out to all the World Cup fans and all the people across the country are just so welcoming to everyone coming over, and just treating everyone, the way that you'd hope people will be treated. But again, shout out to you guys. And
Hey, Mike, I got one more thing. Shout out to the people
Popeye and sardines have in common?
What? What?
They both come in olive oil.
Sardines.
Go Scotland.
Popeye.
Shout out to Jalissa, Nasim 9081, P Dollar, Chef Benjamin 1062, and Bobby was in here earlier.
Bobby in the building, man.
And just like always, yeah, that guy. Not you, Bobby. That is another guy.
You're also weird, but you're not the weirdo we're talking about. That's good. Love you, Bobby.
Love you, Bobby. Who's signing us off tonight?
Hey, I'm signing us off tonight. No Scotland, no party, baby.
Thanks for
watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.